Have you ever felt overwhelmed, as if stress is taking over your life and making even the smallest tasks seem impossible? Whether it's work, school, or personal responsibilities, managing it all can feel daunting. Charles Swindoll once said, "Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it." Your reaction determines whether you'll be stressed or live a fulfilling life without stress. Many people face similar struggles, and it's no wonder. Stress impacts our health, happiness, and daily functioning. But here's the good news: there are effective ways to tackle stress and regain control. In this video, we'll explore the basics of stress, including its signs, symptoms, and the most common causes. We'll also uncover how to identify your stressor using the IDEAS model, apply AART strategies for stress reduction, and discuss natural relief techniques. Stick around until the end for practical tips to help you manage stress better. Are you ready to take control of your stress? Let's dive in and transform stress into something you can manage. Let's start with this. What exactly is stress? Think of it as your body's natural reaction when you're faced with challenges or demands. Imagine stress as your internal alarm system going off when something feels threatening or overwhelming. Your body goes into fight or flight mode, releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to help you deal with immediate dangers or triggers such as anger, frustration, anxiety, and stress. Now, a little stress can actually be a good thing. It can push you to meet deadlines, stay focused, and perform at your best. But if stress sticks around too long or becomes too intense, it can start to take a toll on your health and well-being. Let's break down the two main types of stress you might experience: acute and chronic. Acute stress is the most common type and usually pops up in short bursts. It happens in response to specific events or situations. For instance, you might feel a bit nervous before a big presentation, get excited for a first date, or stress over an unexpected problem at work. While acute stress can be intense, it's generally manageable and even useful if it helps you perform better. The good news is, once the event or situation is over, your stress levels usually go back to normal. Chronic stress, on the other hand, sticks around for a longer period. It's the kind of stress that lingers because of ongoing issues or pressures that just don't seem to go away. Think about dealing with a demanding job, struggling with financial problems, or being in a long-term strained relationship. Chronic stress can seriously affect your physical and mental health, leading to conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, anxiety, and depression. When it comes to identifying stress, it's important to recognize the signs and symptoms. Stress impacts everyone differently, but there are some common signs and symptoms you might notice. These can be physical, emotional, cognitive, or behavioral. On the physical side, you might experience headaches, feel constantly tired, or notice muscle tension. You might also have trouble sleeping or see changes in your appetite. Emotionally, stress can make you feel anxious or depressed, and you might find yourself experiencing mood swings. When it comes to recognizing stress, knowing the common causes can also help. Stress can stem from various sources, and each person might experience it differently. Here are some common reasons. Work-related pressures. High workloads, tight deadlines, and conflicts with colleagues can all contribute to work-related stress. For instance, if you're managing multiple projects with looming deadlines, it can feel overwhelming. Financial difficulties. Money issues, such as debt or unexpected expenses, often lead to stress. Struggling to cover bills or facing financial uncertainty adds extra pressure to your life. Relationship issues. Conflicts with family members, friends, or partners can be major stressor. Whether it's a disagreement with a loved one or ongoing tension in relationships, these issues can weigh heavily on your emotional state. Health problems. Dealing with chronic illnesses, managing health conditions, or experiencing physical pain can all create stress. Health concerns often require continuous attention and can impact your overall well-being. Life changes. Significant life transitions, like moving to a new place, starting a new job, or coping with the loss of a loved one, can be stressful. Even positive changes, such as getting married or having a baby, bring their own set of challenges. Academic pressures. For students, stress often comes from exams, assignments, and the pressure to perform well. Now that we understand what stress is, along with its signs and symptoms, let's dive into a step-by-step process for identifying and managing stress using the IDEAS model, followed by AART strategies to help reduce your stress. Number 1. I stands for Identify Stress Triggers. Understanding what causes your stress is the first crucial step in managing it. Here's how you can pinpoint your stress triggers. Keep a stress diary. Start by tracking your daily experiences. Write down when you feel stressed, what happened, how you felt, and any physical symptoms you experienced. For example, if you notice feeling anxious whenever you receive last-minute requests from your manager, this might be a stress trigger. Track patterns. Review your diary over time to spot patterns. Look for recurring situations, people, or events that consistently cause stress. For instance, you might discover that public speaking or tight deadlines are frequent stressor in your work life. Use stress tracking tools. Consider using apps or tools designed to track stress levels and identify triggers. These tools can provide additional insights and help you manage stress more effectively. Number 2. D stands for Determine the source of stress. Understanding where your stress is coming from is essential for effectively managing it. Here's how you can determine the source. Examine your environment. Look at different areas of your life where stress might be coming from, such as work, school, relationships, or personal responsibilities. For example, if financial worries are stressing you out, the source might be issues like poor budgeting or unexpected expenses. List potential sources. Write down all possible sources of your stress. These might include tight deadlines, financial problems, health issues, or conflicts with others. Reflect on recent changes. Think about any recent changes or challenges in your life that could be contributing to your stress. New responsibilities or life events can often be significant sources of stress. Examine your role. Consider your role in the situations causing stress. Are you overburdened, lacking resources, or dealing with unrealistic expectations? For example, if work deadlines are stressing you out, evaluate if you're juggling too many projects or need to improve your time management. 3. E stands for Evaluate the impact. Once you've identified your stressor, it's crucial to understand how they affect you. Think about how you usually react to stress. Do you get anxious, irritable, or withdraw from others? Knowing your response patterns can give you insights into how stress impacts your daily life. Take note of the physical symptoms, like headaches or fatigue, and emotional effects, such as irritability or sadness. For instance, stress from a heavy workload might cause insomnia, low energy, or frequent mood swings. 4. A stands for Assess the root causes. Ask yourself, why are you stressed? For each stressor, dig deeper to understand the underlying reasons for the stress. Is it due to poor time management, unrealistic expectations, or unresolved conflicts? Sometimes, stress points to deeper issues like perfectionism, low self-esteem, or past trauma. 5. S stand FS for Set a plan of action. Prioritize stressor. Rank your stressor by their impact on your life. Focus on tackling the most significant ones first. Create clear, achievable goals for managing each stressor. For example, if work deadlines are stressing you out, set specific goals developing action plan for improving your time management and organization. Divide big tasks into smaller, more manageable steps with realistic deadlines. If a project feels overwhelming, break it into phases and set milestones for each. Once you have a plan of action, prioritize which tasks you should act on first, and which ones you need to defer, delegate, or delete using the 4D model and the Eisenhower matrix. We have identified stressor, triggers, and sources, evaluated the situation, identified the root cause, and set goals. What's next? Now it's time to discuss the strategies to handle stress. We'll use the acronym AART to create our plan of action. When managing stress, it's crucial to use effective techniques tailored to your specific stressor. Here's a detailed look at each technique with examples to help you understand how to apply them. The first, A, stands for Avoid. Its primary focus is to eliminate or reduce exposure to unnecessary stressor. Not all stress can be avoided, and ignoring situations that need attention isn't healthy. However, you might be surprised by how many stressor you can actually eliminate. Avoidance involves removing or minimizing your exposure to stressor you can control. To effectively manage stress, use the Stephen Covey model. Things outside of our control include other people's actions, mistakes, feelings, words, ideas, and behavior. It also covers natural disasters, global events, past events, the weather, tax rates, inflation, personal attributes like height and genetic health issues, the economy, interest rates, foreign policy, wars, and stock prices. In contrast, things within our control include our reactions, actions and decisions, attitude, time management, environment, personal development, and boundaries. It also encompasses what we say, how we react to others, our ideas, preferences, mistakes, behavior, effort, spending habits, daily habits. Even what we eat, how we exercise, where we live and work, how we invest money, the friends we choose, and what we choose to learn and do, and many more. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a high volume of work and constant notifications, you can turn off non-essential notifications or set specific times to check messages. Consider discussing with your team the possibility of reducing the number of group chats or consolidating them into fewer channels. By eliminating unnecessary distractions, you can focus better on your tasks and reduce stress. Avoiding people who consistently stress you out is another effective strategy. If someone regularly causes you stress, limit your time with them or consider ending the relationship. Learning to say no is crucial. Setting boundaries by declining additional commitments, whether personal or professional, helps manage your workload and stress levels. For example, if you're already managing multiple projects, politely decline additional responsibilities until you can handle them. Express your limits clearly and assertively, such as, "I'm currently focused on other commitments and won't be able to take on this new task at this time." Taking charge of your environment is also important. If the evening news causes anxiety, turn off the TV. If traffic makes you tense, choose a longer but less traveled route. If grocery shopping feels like a chore, switch to online shopping. Lastly, steer clear of contentious topics. If discussions about religion or politics upset you, avoid them. If you repeatedly argue about the same issues with certain people, either stop bringing them up or excuse yourself from the conversation. Number 2. Accept. Acknowledge and accept things you cannot change. Acceptance involves coming to terms with aspects of your life that you cannot control and focusing on what you can change. Sometimes, stress is unavoidable. For instance, you can't control things like losing a loved one, dealing with a serious illness, or facing a national disaster. In these situations, accepting what's happening is often the best approach. It might be really tough at first, but acceptance can be easier in the long run than resisting something you can't change. Think about it this way. Imagine your workplace is going through a major restructure. You might not be able to change the outcome, but you can control how you handle the stress. Instead of stressing over the company's decisions, focus on what you can control, such as how you react to the changes and how you manage your own workload. When facing significant challenges, try to view them as opportunities for personal growth. For example, if you're struggling with a big project at work and it's causing you stress, see it as a chance to develop new skills or improve your problem-solving abilities. If your own decisions contributed to the stress, like overcommitting to too many tasks, reflect on those choices and think about how you can handle things differently next time. Forgiveness is another key element. We live in an imperfect world, and people make mistakes, whether it's a friend letting you down or a coworker not pulling their weight. Instead of holding on to anger or resentment, let go and move on. For instance, if a friend forgot an important event, instead of staying upset, forgive them and let it go. Holding on to negative feelings only adds to your stress. The third, A, stands for adapt. Adjust your expectations or approach to better cope. Adaptation means changing your expectations or approach to handle stress more effectively. When you can't change the stressor, change how you deal with it. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, use the time to listen to your favorite podcast or music. This turns a stressful situation into an opportunity for some personal downtime. If your usual methods aren't working, be open to trying different strategies. For instance, if a particular approach to solving a problem isn't effective, explore alternative solutions or seek input from colleagues. R stands for replace. Make changes to stressful situations where possible. Replacement or alteration involves adjusting either the stressor itself or your approach to it to lessen its impact. For instance, if you find yourself overwhelmed by negative thoughts, try reframing them into positive and affirmative statements. Instead of thinking, "I'll never get this done," you might say, "I'm making progress, and I can handle this one step at a time." Alternatively, if office politics are affecting your productivity, consider setting clear professional boundaries. For instance, if certain discussions or gossip are making you uncomfortable, politely steer conversations away from those topics or excuse yourself from them. This can help you maintain a more positive work environment and reduce the impact of political maneuvering. Finally, the T in AART stands for transfer. Delegate tasks or seek support from others. Transferring stress involves delegating tasks or seeking support from others to manage the load. If you're feeling overwhelmed, sharing responsibilities can lighten your burden and help you cope better. For example, if you're handling multiple projects at work and struggling to meet deadlines, consider delegating some tasks to colleagues. This way, you can focus on the tasks that require your attention most and reduce your stress. Similarly, if you're dealing with personal stress, don't hesitate to seek support from friends or family. If you're feeling overwhelmed by household responsibilities, ask for help from family members or friends. Whether it's at work or home, reaching out to others can provide relief and make stressful situations more manageable. If stress becomes overwhelming and affects your daily life, consider seeking professional help. Finally, we will discuss the relief techniques for managing stress. When stress becomes overwhelming, employing these techniques can help you regain balance and improve your well-being. Number 1. Healthy lifestyle. Adopting a healthy lifestyle is essential for managing stress effectively. Simple changes in daily habits can make a big difference in how you handle stress. Nutrition also plays a crucial role. Eating a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can improve your energy levels and overall well-being. Number 2. Meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool for managing stress and promoting relaxation. It involves focusing your mind and calming your thoughts to achieve a state of mental clarity and peace. 3. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Connecting with people who uplift and support you can be a significant relief from stress. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals helps create a positive environment and provides emotional support. 4. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice that helps you stay present and fully engage with the current moment, reducing stress and improving mental clarity. It involves observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. To practice mindfulness, start by finding a quiet space where you can sit comfortably. For example, while eating, pay attention to the flavors and textures of your food. When walking, notice the sensations in your body and the environment around you. 5. Engage in hobbies and leisure activities. Engaging in hobbies and leisure activities is a great way to relieve stress and boost your mood. Find activities that you love, whether it's painting, gardening, playing a sport, or reading. By understanding the nature of stress, recognizing its signs and symptoms, identifying triggers and sources using the 𝐈𝒃𝒆 formula, and applying effective stress management strategies with AART and relief techniques, you can greatly improve your well-being. As we wrap up this video, remember, stress management isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about discovering what works best for you and making it a regular part of your life. Thank you for tuning into our discussion on stress management. We hope you found these insights and techniques helpful for addressing and relieving stress in your life. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell so you never miss an update. Feel free to share your own stress management strategies or questions in the comments below. We'd love to hear what works for you and how you tackle stress in your daily life. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care, stay mindful, and remember, managing stress is a journey, not a destination.